There we go. All right. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good day. Sorry for a little bit of a later stream today. My computer was having issues, so I just did a deep dive on how to fix my my CPU basically, and it was just kind of a very long day of going through computers using ChatGPT to kind of help me out with some stuff. But I think I got things back under control with my computer. I'm still going to be end up buying a new one here because I can't tell exactly what's wrong with it, and I don't really care at this point. So I think I'm just going to buy a new computer and use this for something else, who knows what. However, it's been a great day for Bitcoin. As you guys can imagine, we had a very big move. We didn't quite break out, unfortunately, but we're still doing okay. I got my father hat on today because, well, I'm not smoking cigars with you guys. I'm smoking cigars with you guys tomorrow. But it's just been kind of one of those days where everything's been kind of wild. We bounced off the 20-day moving average, and it's just going to be fun talking about all the crazy moves we've been experiencing over the last few hours. It was a surprise this morning when I woke up and I saw how fast we came up. Sure, we were looking at support levels and stuff like that, but you definitely saw whales coming here to try to break us out. They almost succeeded, and we're going to be talking about that, because what could actually cause the breakout tomorrow, of course, would be the FOMC rate cuts and such. So a lot of stuff to happen there. And hey, Wilder, happy to see you guys. Hey, Shane Sin right there. And I'm doing okay so far. It's been a long day. And hey, Island Time Life and Carrick, hope you guys doing well. I put a link in the short form stream if you guys want to go over to the horizontal stream. Both work fine, depending on what you guys like here. The only thing about this stream, I swear, with the vertical one is I have to keep my head in the middle of the frame here. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of what's going on today. For me, like I said, the only thing that really sucked about today was I think it's not even a GPU issue with my computer. I think it's a CPU issue, and that's why I haven't been able to really fix it all too much. So I did a bunch of stuff today. I fixed a lot of corrupted files and whatnot. So wish me luck that the stream actually goes all the way through here. I was just on my computer going through Google today, and all my monitors shut off, and I was like, ah, shit. So the last few hours have been me just trying to settle everything down. Then after I think I fixed everything, I turned off the computer for about a half an hour. Then I was like, okay, let's get ready for a stream. So wish us luck today here. Now, before I do anything else, actually, I did promise Loki a treat. We've been playing outside a little bit more. Come here, you gotta go this side. He'll come over. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see him. Wait. There you go. Yeah, he's having a good day. Well, kind of a good day. I don't know. He's been wanting to play like a lot more than normal. I don't know why. Today he got a big burst of energy, and he's just been wanting, you know, when dogs at the zoomies and they just want to sprint and sprint and sprint and sprint. Then they kind of pass out for a little bit, then they want to sprint and sprint and sprint again. Yeah, he was doing that a lot today, so I made sure he had some breaks, but then I just let him back outside for a long time. Okay, let's get back over here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Again, let's just start for the daily chart here. You can see that we bounced off the 20-day moving average here. It was a good move, a really good move there. And then we almost managed to break out. You guys can see the trend line. We're going from peak to peak right here, and we came very close to breaking out. You could also go to the other peak right over here, that initial peak, if you wanted to. Right there, and we still didn't break out on that one as well. So we're very, very close. There's a good chance we break out tomorrow, but that really comes down to what happens with the FOMC. What is the market expecting? We've been talking about this for a while, and we'll do a little bit more of a deeper dive today. After this video is over, if you guys haven't seen my Fed video, I posted it today. I was doing that all last night, which is why I figured out my CPU was just trash, which it's a good CPU. I paid a lot of money for it, so it's interesting that it's having so many issues. But I basically stayed up to like 3 o'clock this morning making that video, which it was okay. I think I like it. Get a lot of information out of it. However, right now the goal for Bitcoin, of course, is to have a breakout, continue on here, and then trying to make our way back all the way back up here and break out above 65,000. That's really the goal right now. We've had these higher lows, lower highs, forcing us down. We need to get back up there, and we have a catalyst tomorrow that can definitely do that. There we go. Back that up a little bit more. On the shorter time frames, like the 1 hour chart, let me just get out of the cross here and go to my normal pointer. You can see we did get above it, right? We just got knocked back down very, very quickly. That momentum is still there, which is kind of nice to see. On the 1 hour, we're shaving off a little bit here, and I think that's just in preparation for tomorrow. The 3 hour still bullish, the 4 hour still bullish, the 12 hour still bullish, the daily still bullish right here. And what I think this did for us, just a little bit more, just a teeny bit more here. I do like what it did to the weekly chart. Look at that. Weekly chart's not looking too bad. It looks like we have an opportunity to have a really big breakout, and not just a breakout that gets us back up to the 20-week moving average, which would already be a really large candle, as you guys can see here. It also gives us the opportunity to get the MACD on the weekly chart back to being green here, which is still not going to happen most likely in September. It most likely happen in the first week of October, excuse me, or sometime in October, but it looks like it's going to happen soon. So we're just playing this nice little bounce here. Day traders out there, you're still fine to day trade. Just understand that tomorrow is going to be very, very volatile. I'm going to be doing some day trades live with you guys going up until the announcement. Once the announcement happens, we're going to be either closing some trades, maybe making some more trades. We'll be having some fun there, but we're going to try to make a little bit of money and see which way we go. At this point, if we look at what people are expecting, they're expecting a 65 basis point cut, or excuse me, they expect 65% of the people polled are expecting a 50 basis point cut, which again is surprising because just a month ago it was at 25%. So you're saying 25% move to 65%. That is like a 40% gain right there, and people thinking, uh-oh, the economy is slowing down too fast. I think we need to have that 50 basis point rate hike, and therefore the Fed will do that. That being said, that surge really happened over the last 24 to 48 hours, and maybe that gave Bitcoin an opportunity here to really get this pump. And I mean, when we pumped, that's not an organic type of move. Sure, we were moving back up here. You guys know we did a little bit of a scalp last night. That was kind of fun to do. My Ethereum trade got stopped out as we came back up a little bit as well. And man, like, you just see that pop and you kind of see how we're getting rejected again. I hate being rejected. I hate it. But we have a catalyst coming up, and that's going to be the big thing here. If you guys actually go look at a lot of other tokens, there was a lot of mixed results off of this move here. So you're seeing that Bitcoin had a very strong day. You guys can all see it. I can even zoom in a little bit. I'm going to take the stochastic and RSI off. Good day. You can see it there. Ethereum didn't really do much yesterday. All right. Solana didn't really do much. Dogecoin, decent move, but didn't really have that big move. WIF and so forth. Not everything had really big moves. You can see Mira had a nice move here. Baby Doge still having that big move off of the Binance listing, as you guys told me. Book of Meme had an okay day, but there were some large caps that did not have a big move here, which was kind of surprising. And so I'm really wondering what's going to happen with Bitcoin here, because I was expecting maybe Ethereum and Solana might make some big moves. Maybe Dogecoin might make a big move, some of these larger market caps, but they really didn't. I mean, they really did not make those big moves today. Look at that last 24 hours. Bitcoin's up around 4%. Ethereum is up around 2%. BNB's up around 3%. XRP's even. Dogecoin is only up 1%. Toncoin is up 1%, Tron is up 1%, ADA is up 1%, AVAX is down 2%, SHIB is down 0.78%, Chainlink is up 1%. Altcoins did some funky stuff here, even though Bitcoin, in my opinion, had a fantastic move. If you guys were on Twitter or any social media, you heard, about Bitcoin booming up here. That was a big surprise to me that altcoins really didn't take advantage of that. So when we're doing our trades and such, I basically have one open long here as far as a day trade. It's Blast. I've just been doing some small meme coins on weeks today. So if you guys like the meme coins, of course, you guys can use them on weeks here. They're sponsor of the channel. But we're up a little bit, 17% or $174. I'm basically going to end the trade here. This thing kind of broke out nice and easy. I don't think I want to trade this for too much longer. I'm basically just trying to make up for the losses I got for that Ethereum short last night. It wasn't a huge loss because, again, Ethereum didn't really move up today. But out of caution, I was like, you know what? So let's have a closing price right here. And let's sell. And there we go. So we made a little bit of profit right there. I'll try to find another trade by the end of the day, but this is basically, I got my computer fixed. I was on weeks looking at some different opportunities to trade, and I found one. There's a lot of small market cap meme coins here that are basically like up 2, 3, 4%. And I like to see if those ones have a breakout moment. I like to attack them because the momentum is already kind of there, if you will. But there's a couple tokens on here, like UXLink is up 60% today. Big time, we talk about big time, that's up around 41%. My big time, let me tell you something here. There you go, 17%. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll save the image. I'll post it on Twitter or something. It's not crazy gains, but they're gains. So this is the weekly chart for big time. Like my big time is, I'm breaking even on my big time investment right now. After a few months of bag holding, it's coming back. Oh man, yeah. So I'm looking forward to see if this can make a move here. But these types of low market cap tokens making these moves, and again, I'll show you guys the market cap right here. Big time. It's number 231 on coinmarketcap.com. It's $183 million market cap. Just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, it was down to 75. Those small ones seem to be getting into a much more bullish optimism. You know, they have a little bit more optimism with it right now. And I'm liking to trade them, but I'm not buying to hold for a long period of time. I already have some bags, and I'm just going to let those settle down for a little bit. If you're looking at the markets today, since we just had a new daily candle, PHA is up a little bit. We did a trade on that maybe a couple months ago. That one worked out very well, but that was a spot trade. Gala is up 2.3% today. That's making a move. I kind of like that, especially since you see there's some type of opportunity for a breakout happening. So that could be fun. The MACD's turning over a little bit more. I'm watching Gala here over the next few days for maybe a swing trade. The only reason I'm not really taking a swing trade, I think, on this right now is just because of the FOMC cut. I don't want to buy and then watch it just get slammed back down unless I'm like day trading or scalping. If for something like this, when we're having a larger breakout, I feel much more inclined to do a swing trade on this. And let me look at this. The weekly charts are still pretty bearish, but you can see it curving over. It's going to curve over in a couple weeks. So maybe for a spot hold, you know, 0.018. I don't think this is a terrible idea here. Last time we were thinking about buying Gala was way back over here, but the MACD wouldn't allow it, so we really couldn't make that trade. All we were really hoping for was a lower high, and it still didn't even pan out too much, because that's because in June the market kind of went whoo. But yeah, so there are a few things going on. I'm looking to trade a few different things here. Right now I have that Ethereum short, and that thing isn't it's not doing so hot here. It's down like 8%. I'm being very patient here with most stuff going on. Yeah, big time on here is the big one. There's also DYM that seems to be popping off quite a bit today. There's the 15-minute chart. Yeah, it's still creeping up. This is actually probably going to break down pretty soon. When that breakdown happens, that might be a good place to attack it. Yeah, so a lot of good moves out here today. A lot better for day traders, like I said before. Bitcoin still trying to gear up for a large move. We have the opportunity tomorrow. The market is expecting a 65%, or the market is 65% chance that we have a 50 basis point cut, basically, is what's going on. Inflation has been going down. We already know all of this stuff, and we're hoping to get the, you know, the interest rate down for the first time in a long time. This will be the first cut since 2020, basically, right? So let's go over here to the last 10 years. There you go. We've climbed, and now we're just trying to start getting back down here slowly. You can see back over here, we went very slowly before COVID happened, and we paused. So you're not really expecting us to go all the way back to zero or anything like that, but just getting back down to that neutral rate. The Fed has different ideas about where that level may be. We'll get some clarity on that, I think, tomorrow. But overall, guys, this is a pretty good market. I've really been enjoying what we've been doing here. This big time here. Oh boy, I mean, this thing can definitely keep on going for a few more days, but I'm careful. If I'm not in there at the beginning, I get a little bit more cautious here. Same with Bitcoin. Remember I told you guys I was going to be looking at a few of the different charts and seeing if we had something of a stronger move on the 4-hour I might buy. And you can see when it started to pop here, but this was at 5 o'clock in the morning. What was I doing at 5 o'clock in the morning my time? I was sleeping because I had just posted that video. Negotiations resume for Boeing. This one. Fed red cuts will change everything. Only a few will survive. So I put out a new video. I'm testing out a new thumbnail style and also a new, a little bit of editing style. I edited it myself, actually. Because editors are just horrible. And then what do you call last part? Oh yeah, I'm just testing out the new thumbnail style, so I'm hoping it works out pretty well. There's 3 different thumbnails being tested right now. If I refresh this, will a new thumbnail pop up? No. No. Yeah. Oh no, I said it. Yeah, this morning there was 3 different thumbnails being tested basically, and I chose this one because YouTube said this is the one that was best performing. So I'll keep track of that. Now let's go back over here to the 15-minute chart. I'm gonna keep this here for just a second. And then I just wanted to go back over here to coinmarketcap.com. Look at what's moving today. CKB, I closed that trade. It's up 18% right now. I had a short on it, so thank God I closed it. SUI is up 16%. Tau is up 15%. FTM is up 11%. You know, this is some beautiful stuff. SUI has been having a good day, but all of a sudden, look at this. All of a sudden, after, you know, a few bad months, you know, things not looking so good. What's happening right here? CKB is up 139% last 30 days. SUI is up 50% last 30 days. Tau is up 19%. Excuse me, last 30 days. Oh, I got T for myself too. And you're seeing stuff finally start to have some green on the screen instead of all the red we've been experiencing. And these market caps, if you think about it, for the most part, once you get past page 2, or past page 1, excuse me, on coinmarketcap.com, they're still generally cheap. So I still think you're going to see a lot of people dollar cost averaging over the next couple weeks. I'm happy to keep dollar cost averaging. I'm just making sure that I don't have too much in one particular bag, if that makes sense. Like right now, I have enough Dogecoin. I own a lot of Dogecoin. I have enough Shiba Inu. I don't own any ADA anymore, but like, you know, I might have enough of that. I got enough SUI. You know, I got enough Bonk. I got enough MOG. I got enough of all the meme coins basically. And I'm just kind of relaxing and looking for new opportunities. On the downward side, you see a few different tokens not having a great month. But I mean, look at this. Last 30 days, Fetch is doing fantastic. SUI, FTM. I'm looking for things that might be kind of similar, like a little bit more of the AI tokens. Maybe I'll find some of those. On the downside, Not token is down still like 37%. It's not doing so hot. Maker's not doing so hot. Toncoin's not doing so hot, of course, for obvious reasons. DYDX. There's some things that still need some work. Ethereum is still down about 12% on the month right now. Did you guys know that? So that was a surprise when I was looking through here earlier. Matic is still down. We talked about that. Poly X Matic, this one's still down as well. They're kind of tied together, if you will. Helium's down. Cosmo, you know, still some stuff down. Solana down. Remember, we were just talking about how Ethereum and Solana really didn't have a strong move here. And I'm wondering if that has to do with some of the Bitcoin dominance, that a lot of, you know, Benjamin's thing that he talks about a lot. He's way more of an expert than all of it being in that field. But I wonder if the market still thinks we have one more flush left, and after that flush, we can start moving back. Because I encourage you guys to watch this video. Please watch it to the end, like, subscribe, and do all the other type of stuff. But I'll kind of give you a gist of one of the points I made in that video. And actually, I might, you know what? I deleted all of the parts of the everything from it because it was too much stuff on my computer. All right, let's get rid of the MACD and stuff. Let's go over here to the monthly chart. Let's get rid of the drawings. And then let's go over here. And let's go to SPY, because we're going to check out SPY first, then we're going to go to Bitcoin, because there's a little bit of a difference here. So we're going to have a rate cut right here this month. The economy is doing fine. It's not terrific, it's not terrible, but it's just fine, right? The last time we had fine rate cuts was back over here in September of 2019. After that, it was back over here, I think in what was it, January of 2020, maybe February of 2020. I don't recall exactly. And then over here we had rate cuts back in 2019 over here. I think it was October. And then we had rate cuts back over here, I believe in January. Somewhere over here, right? And so typically we have these rate cuts in some during times of crisis, right? Dot-com bubble, financial crisis, COVID, right? And the few times, like, you know, the rare times when we don't have anything bad going on and we cut rates, just the economy slowing, the markets responded well. right? You can see how the market went back up. The issue that I have right now is, even though I do think Bitcoin's eventually going to pump up with this market, you may see some extra volatility on the downward side. And by that, I mean, let me double check here and find out. I have all this stuff on ChatGPT because ChatGPT helps me stay organized. Fed rate cuts. Oh, let me just ask for here. There you go. I'm just gonna get all the cuts from the .com bubble again. There you go. Oops a daisy. All right, here we go. So .com bubble 2008, 2020, 2019. I call these the hidden cuts, but July 31st, 2019. All right, July 31st, 2019. That's right over here. You can see that right there. See the market move down for a little bit before eventually moving back up here. You may see something like that. And the scheme of things, you guys will notice that it doesn't even look that bad. I mean, I guess until we get to COVID here, but the market just was like, okay, we're fine. We're going to keep on going up. I'm hoping we get something like that. Maybe we won't have something of a larger move down, but again, you go and see what happened with Bitcoin during that time. It'll change your perspective just a tad here. And this is why I'm still looking to buy things, buy different things, or buy different tokens. And again, you'll notice that crypto usually follows the market here. And let me just remind myself, I have a horrible memory when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, July 31st, okay. Boom. You see how it changed up just a little bit? It's not following the SPY exactly. Now, it did end up coming back down. And then, of course, COVID. But Bitcoin reacted a little bit differently here. Perhaps that helps us out with cryptocurrencies a little bit more. And I was trying to go back in time a little bit more just to kind of see, because again, Bitcoin hasn't been around since like 2000 and whatnot. If I go to this chart and I back up a little bit more, we can go all the way back to at least like 2015 basically. And of course, it kind of starts off all at 2015. The last rate cut before that was at 2008. So we really can't look at all that type of stuff. However, back over here during COVID, which again, the market was freaking out. That rate cut came back over here March 3rd, 2020. Bitcoin did come up a little bit before the entire market kind of tanked. Now, I'm not putting too much stock into this because we're not in that kind of crazy, fearful environment. But it is something where I'm just noticing it. I'm just pointing it out because I think a lot of people are talking about major crashes. Every time I've been seeing people on Twitter and stuff like that. Not everybody. There's been a large amount of people saying that every time we have a rate cut, it goes back to that SPY chart and how everybody's expecting some type of catastrophic drop to happen afterwards. I don't think we need to have that. I mean, we're not in a financial crisis. We're not in a .com bubble, maybe an AI bubble, but it's not bursting right now. We're not during COVID. We're kind of just in our own little thing, and that own little thing seems like, yeah, SPY could easily break out tomorrow and do some fun stuff here. Again, is this going to look organic and nice? No, not at all. When the bubble does burst, it's going to be freaking insane. But until it happens, which I don't think is going to happen soon, we should be able to keep chugging along here. One last thing here, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I want to point out one other thing here. I did something I'm not supposed to. There we go. Back over here to 2019. There was a series of multiple cuts in 2019. Oh, that looks very, oh, there we go, okay. So first we had, my God, my memory's bad. Yeah, July 31st, okay. Popped up for a little bit, that was one. The second one was September 18th. Right here, September 18th, volatility. And the last one being October 30th. Right here. So those were the 3 rate cuts in 2019 when the economy was doing fine. We still saw Bitcoin coming down, but we saw a lot more volatility around it. Then of course, Bitcoin after a little bit of time came back up. So that's kind of my little bit of a spiel here for today. Oh, there we go. So we might not just go straight, you know, up like that. There's still a good chance that we end up doing some funny business here where basically we have to consolidate for a little bit longer and then we break out. I'm hoping that's not the case, but at least for now, because the economy is fine and we're cutting rates, that should give more juice for Bitcoin to go up here, especially because we've already been doing a lot of that consolidation over the past few months at this point. Actually, how long have we been consolidating at this point? We can see this consolidation started over here. About 189 days or about 27 weeks. So yay. Oh, but if I actually pull this up very fast, we're getting close to the bottom of this MACD here. We're getting pretty close. We haven't been I'm kind of waiting to see if we can get some type of divergence from this, but we're not there yet. Not even a hidden divergence, I don't think. Let me see if I can pull this up. We got a little bit of one last week, and that was a CCI, OBV, and MFI. And those ones, yeah, those are just regular divergence. I want to see if we can get a hidden one here. Daily, still around there. We talked about that at that time, though. Right now, just hoping that Bitcoin continues to break out and make some moves. Don't worry about the divergence, so the smaller time frames don't really matter. But you see Bitcoin breaking out here, you can definitely see a larger move. Well, we have to hold another 40 seconds or so, but you can see that momentum screaming in here. Oh, it's just trying to stop some death crosses. There you go. Point this back out. And there we go. Oh, I forgot. So I'm looking so forward in. I'm looking kind of funky on some of the whatever you guys are looking at me on. There we go. I'm vertical. Oh, yeah. If you guys want to see me. Oh, no. There you go. We got it. Okay, there we go. Hey, Vegas, happy to see you, Barrier Drifter, Gambit. How do you know what that UXLink token is and what's all about? No, I have no idea what that token's about. Let me go over here and find it for you very fast. UXLink. Let me just search for it on CoinMarketCap. It's number 284, so it has a decent market cap. Now it's up like 57%, so that means the market cap yesterday was like 70 million. Not maybe what, like 60 million basically, and now it's up to 125. So it's made a pretty big, yeah, like 70, 80 million, something like that. Before I talk, I got some tea and milk I need to start drinking up here because I am parched. And because I've been prone to spilling freaking stuff on my desk over the past couple weeks, what I've decided to do is get my tiny espresso cup, and that works perfectly. So it's on Arbitrum. Let me go over here to the website. And link users, link dApps, link X, real world relationships and real time interactions. So is it like a social media platform or something? Invite or be invited, link or be linked, build your Web3 network, get a wallet, social profile, profit mention. So you can build your own social networks here. That's interesting. So ULink is a social infrastructure UXLink is social infrastructure, includes social protocols and a series of dApps. More importantly, UXLink creates a revolutionary landing scenes. The Web3 groups in the future will, the open availability of SDKs and API interfaces will lead to the emergence of large-scale applications. I don't think they speak English. There's their first language, the way they kind of phrase that. But it's backed by a whole bunch of different companies out here. They have a lot of partners, a lot of people that are using them to make their own different social media environments, if you will. Let's see. Lots of roadmap stuff going on here. Let's see. Medium. Users, group leader. So you can do, looks like you can do some other stuff here, but let me go over here to the X account. There you go. 1.2 million followers. 1.2, oh, Singapore and Dubai. That's why their website looks a little bit funky. 1.2 million followers, Singapore and Dubai, and then at the same time, oh, you know why? They probably have some announcements coming out, because if they're from Singapore, the Token 2049 conference is out there in Singapore this week as well, so they could be dropping some big news there. But again, that being said, it looks like they're doing some stuff here. People seem to like it, and it still has a very small market cap. Am I going to be buying into it? Not anymore, because I kind of missed out on it, but it's still doing pretty good move. And there's the Bitcoin pop we were talking about. There we go. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Tomorrow's going to be lit. Oh, it's going to be a fun time here. Okay, so this is one of the only ones that happened this cycle. Which is the other one every 2 months? Can you clarify that for me? Okay, so this is the one that only happened once this cycle. I don't know what you're talking about as far as like what your exact question is. If you're talking about rate cuts, we typically, like, Bitcoin hasn't been around for a very, very long time, right? Bitcoin's only had rate cuts basically around here and around, where's here. So there's a few rate cuts in between this, but this was one rate cut. This was another rate cut. The COVID one wasn't too bad. And then, you know, of course, we weren't around it, like Bitcoin wasn't around in 2008. And then we're going to see what happens over here, right? If you take out the COVID drop, we ended up just continuing to pump. Sure, it led to some volatility and whatnot, but we still ended up doing fine, and we're still in that long-term consolidation. You put together these technicals right here, it wasn't too bad of a move. I think the fear is going to be some of the short-term volatility that people aren't expecting. Melody is having a ladies' night in Singapore. Oh, that's pretty fun right there. Lunar stock plus 55% after hours today. They have a big contract with NASA. That's a good month for them. There you go. I mean, as long as it's not freaking Boeing, I think we can trust it, right? And there's the pop we were talking about. I really should have done a scalp there, but that's fine. Dogecoin Millionaire said Dogecoin and Pepper are the coins for 2025. I mean, they are some of the coins I have, but I kind of want to do some lower market cap tokens as well. Are you kidding me? Some of these low market cap tokens have some really high potential. And I'm not just talking about some of the Tron tokens here. Oh, Bitcoin's having some fun all of a sudden. People are going to be trying to buy that up right there. Yeah. You know, but you go over here to coinmarketcap.com while Bitcoin's cooling off for a second. Go over here to memes. Last 24 hours, Nero Ethereum is up 2,043%. That can't be it. It's not really up that much. Do I have this? I have like 20 of those tokens. I got them in a free airdrop from Weeks. Remember I told you guys could do the free airdrops. They gave you some free tokens. So let me just close this position here so I don't have to lose any more money. Let me go to this week's account. Assets. How do I? Well, okay, I have 10 of them. It doesn't matter. I don't have to log into this account, or 20 of them. What was I just talking about? See this, the market cap versus the up, you know, feels like it's broken a little bit, because I don't think it, yeah, there's no way. This is the 1 year chart. There's no way it's up that much. Let me do this. Nero. I just got to copy that name because I never remember it. Oh, result. And who owned? Oh, you know what? I think it's on the spot markets, not the, what do you call markets? Yeah, Nero Ethereum. Yeah, so you see it's down 14% today. Gave me hope for a second. Yeah, it's been going down. I got free tokens though, so I'm gonna watch it play out. Bitcoin's come back down a little bit more. Oh, sorry, but let me go back over here very fast. There's tons of meme coins out here besides that weird little glitch in the system. Memes. Last 30 days. Let me get rid of some of these extra. There you go. You know, first Nero on Ethereum, 900%, Kate, 400%, Sundog, 321%. Things are still moving. We'll look at some of those Tron tokens here pretty soon, but you don't just have to get into Tron tokens. I'm just thinking that, hey, they've been getting a lot of buzz. I'm hoping they get some really good moves here. Hey, Mike, I've been a bit distracted lately. Do you mind going through the thing about Fairdesk moving to another exchange as well as the exchange that we get 10% trade feedback, or maybe that video? Yeah, I can make a video as well, but it's easier for me to just explain it. I'll make a new tutorial for it as well. It's on my list for this week. So basically, a lot of you guys know that Fairdesk sponsored me for a long time. I think like over a year, basically a year and a half. So basically, they're merging with JumpX because JumpX just has like a faster back end, basically. So when you buy, it really just goes really fast, and the liquidity is a little bit better if you ask me. And so basically, they're just merging everything over. So that's basically what's happening. If you don't do anything, your money will be fine and you can move it over. You know, it'll automatically moved over to JumpX. But JumpX is now my new sponsor because they saw that I perform well. I use their platform a lot when I was with you guys and stuff like that, so they like me. And they also liked my feedback. I told them basically to get a shit ton of meme coins on their exchange because I like to trade them, and I think people like to be able to access them, especially because a lot of the exchanges where we used to be able to buy them just aren't available to America anymore. And so they've been doing that a little bit more. So I like the fact that, listen, now JumpX is the exchange where you get the 10% trading fees back though. So if you go to any of the videos that you guys are watching this right now, like if I go over here very fast to YouTube, just go over here very fast. If you guys go down to the description, you guys are going to see some links. If you click on the JumpX link right here, basically what I did for the first couple months of I'm partnering with them is that, you know, I get a percentage of volume when you guys trade, right? And I'm basically making it so you guys get that instead of me. So when you guys trade on JumpX, basically, you guys incur fees, right? You pay fees because you're trading. You guys see it with me all the time. At the end of each day, around like midnight at Eastern, you guys are going to be given 10% back of all of your fees, 10% back in your spot account. So if you rack up $1,000 of fees over a week, over that week, you're going to get $100 back into your spot account, basically. And then if you use my link specifically, because I customize my deal to kind of make it a little bit easier for you guys to sign up. If you guys use my link in the next, I guess 1 month left, because it's already been 1 month since I started working with them, you guys get those rebates back forever. But as soon as I end that promotion basically for myself, because they say, hey, you can end it whenever you want to, I usually just do it for the people that are like here with me for a while, if that makes sense. Then the people that sign up after that goes away, they don't get that 10% rebate. They don't get it anymore. Only you guys that signed up beforehand, you guys would get that. So even if you guys don't think you'd like JumpX, I'd highly recommend you guys make an account. That way you guys can lock in the rebates just in case your favorite exchange one day is taken down from the US government, you know, and you just want to have that backup and you want to have those discounts saved. That's kind of, you know, what I would say. And I don't get paid any money if you guys sign up. You guys have to actually like sign up, deposit money, trade. You guys got to do a whole bunch of stuff. But you know what I mean? It's a nice, easy way to get some savings, especially if you guys like to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. It goes a long way. Or like me, like again, oops, sorry, it's over here. Let's say I did this trade over here, like what's popping up right now, like big time. If I did a $500 short with a 20x leverage or 25x leverage here, right? That might cost me like $10, $15. I can get 10% back at the end of the day. And this is only one trade, of course, but you see what I'm saying. it adds up really fast. And then what I typically do, you guys don't have to do this. You could always put that money back into your futures account and kind of trade with it more. I typically use it to go buy more spot tokens. So maybe I'll buy some more Ethereum, more Bitcoin, stuff like that. Or if I see that they have something of a small market cap token, I'm going to go try and buy that basically. So that's what I kind of do. And that way, if I get lucky off of a yellow, it's like, you know, taking part of my rebate, I think that's what they call it. And I just put into some of those more riskier bets. They're definitely riskier bets. Need to hit 60,530 for a bullish Elliott wave to work out. I mean, we're on our way over there bit by bit, but you know, actually we broke out above that. Actually, you're saying we need to hit 60,530. We broke it and we went to 60,692 right there. Let's see. Logging 100 Solana or 1,000 Solana. So far, Solana, I mean, it hasn't really been doing much over the last couple of days here, but that doesn't mean it can't have a big reversal above this 20-day moving average. Sometimes it does have some big moves here, and the momentum would still suggest it can go higher. For me, though, it's almost like I want to see Solana do something more of a swing trade here, where I want it to come into contact with like the low 140s, maybe the high 130s, and just get in and out. But it's you opening up swing trades now. It's not your typical, you know, day trade in, day trade out. Right now, I'm looking a lot more at some swing trades here, and it's just been interesting to kind of get back into that mindset, because I'm not. You guys know I have not been in that mindset. Heck, I did like 3 scalps yesterday, and I did not even think about doing one swing trade. No, I did. The Ethereum one. See, the Ethereum one, but I lost money on that one. And always, Bueno, happy to help you out. And hey, I am ready for tomorrow. I basically got everything set up. We're gonna start this. So at my time, the announcement comes at 11 a.m. Okay, so I'm gonna be live about 2.5 hours early, which is gonna be 8:30. So it's gonna be 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30, and then we're gonna have the extra half an hour. So I'm going to be live for 2.5 hours before the announcement comes out. We're going to be vibing for a while. We're going to be talking and having a bunch of fun. I'm going to be going to bed early tonight. I am not going to be staying up late. I think tomorrow's Wednesday, so I don't have to do anything really tomorrow. Thursday is when I get busy. Friday is when I get really busy. But for this week, we're good. And we're going to just be watching a crazy roller coaster ride. Hey, but the good thing is, as we've kind of led up to this moment, Bitcoin's been going up. It has not been going down. We got rejected once, you know, from this level of resistance, this trend line here. We got rejected twice. I'll back up a second so we can talk about it. All right, got rejected once, got back down here, got rejected over here again. Came close to actually having another move over here, but we got turned down there. And now we're in the process of really trying to get going. This chart doesn't make me super excited, to be honest, right here, but the daily chart is where I think like, oh yeah, we could be doing some good work here. We might just need to consolidate a little bit more. I would just say, when we got whales doing shit like this, it kind of opens up a lot more doors, I would say. So you definitely see people taking more longs here. Miro's up 4% right now. Anything else moving up here? Ocean's up around 2%. Ocean may break out right now. We just talked about Gala, and there, you know, I mean, there it goes, right? Literally just talked about it a little bit ago how I was just making that move, and now you can see it popping up a little bit more since we last talked about it. Not the whole move, but just a little bit more. Ape is making a little bit more of a move. You're seeing altcoins come up a little bit. Book of Meme is up around 4%. I just told you guys I have enough of a bag of that one. So we're seeing some good stuff. And the dollar index here, let's go to the weekly chart. Like this thing is preparing to move down below the 200 weekly moving average. We haven't been below the 200 weekly moving average since January of 2022. In the last rate cut we had back over here, what was that week? July 31st of 2019. The dollar index went up for a few weeks, just as Bitcoin was going down a little bit. The spike happened. That's a little bit more wild there. All right, there we go. But yeah, looking for a breakout, seeing how high we can go. This might be a multi-day thing, but I don't care. The fact that we're seeing Bitcoin still try to attack these levels of resistance, I think that's a great thing going on right now. I bought those 3 AI tokens we're merging. Okay. Oh, sorry, you didn't buy them. You thought they were. So they are, but I guess it's just taking time. They have like a roadmap on the site if you want to go check it out. But apparently they're doing like one at a time. They're being very slow with it. Right now, Fetch AI is not even called Fetch AI. It's called like something Alliance. Remember what it is. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. And you can see Fetch, that's the ticker for it, but it used to be called Fetch, and now it's just Artificial Superintelligence Alliance. So that's what's going on here. I think if you actually go over to the website, they probably should still have some news about it. Here, let me go to Fetch AI. No cookies for you. Let me search for it. Fetch AI merger. There we go. I have navigating the ASI token merger, a comprehensive guide. And it goes through everything. So continues from mid-July, phase 2. Network upgrades. Fetch's AI network will upgrade to the ASI network. ASI deployment. The ASI token will be deployed across chains. Conversion open for self-custodied assets. New migration contracts. Introduced for conversions from Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean to ASI. EEV. So they're in the process of it right now, I'm guessing. Because they're in phase 2 right now from mid-July. You know, mid-July, and then it keeps on going forward, I'm assuming. There might be more news updates about this. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen any updates about this in a while. Events. Hackathon. No. Nope, don't see anything new there. But yeah, so that's basically all I know right there. But if you just search Fetch AI, what did I search here? Fetch AI merger, you're gonna be able to access this and you can read all you want about it, but I haven't seen much being updated to that page in quite a bit of time, but I'm assuming they're just doing what they said they're doing. They're kind of working on that path. Yeah, no worries, Wilder. Thanks, Mike, you're the effing man. Every other YouTuber would totally take that percentage of trading fees, but you're really looking out for us, and that's why we stay with you, loyal. Hey, to be fair, I'm only looking out for the people that usually watch me like a few times a week. I typically don't care all too much for the people that kind of come and go and stuff like that. I'm always happy for a conversation, but when it comes to me negotiating, I try to make it so if you guys are here, I can find one exchange. Like, you know, I like Weeks a lot, but they weren't able to get that for me. Or I like Blowfin, but they weren't able to do that for me. It's only because I've been working with Fairdesk for so long that they were like, hey, we'll make an exception for you and get you a nice deal. And I love tea. Could use some whiskey though. But yeah, so I prefer it like that. It's kind of nice and easy, and it's for what it was only supposed to be for a month, but I moved it up to 2 months there because I hadn't been streaming as much as I wanted to. So I was like, I'll give you guys a few more opportunities here, which I think is good. And then I'm trying to just switch up the channel a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be doing as many of the daily update videos where I do technical analysis in the mornings or something like that. I think instead I'm just going to be focusing on telling the story videos about like, hey, the Fed cut's happening. Here's what history says, or the election's happening. What, you know, which candidate is going to like this. Whether there's a little bit more editing involved, and then I'll just kind of stream the technicals here. And then if people want to hear my thoughts, they could go to the Discord channel. They can go to the Telegram channel. They'll kind of get all that news from there. And then finally, what is it? Oh, I have shorts. Shorts are always a good way for me to get information to you guys. Except for right now, I think I've just been fucking around with shorts. Shorts are too unpredictable for me. You know, Opus Clip sponsors me, so I get to use their product a lot, and I've just been using it for the debate between Trump and Kamala. Kamala Harris. Sorry. I forgot people had been saying her name wrong or something like that, so I feel like am I saying her name wrong? But yeah, between those two, and then I think what I'm gonna do is just every time Harris or Trump has a speech, I'm going to cut that up and put that in shorts for you guys so you guys can listen. But besides that, I'm gonna try to focus on making some of these longer format videos and then working on that long-term course that I've been talking about. I work on it for like a cool week very like diligently, then I just like forget about it for a while because I just hate doing all the work. And no. I slimmed it down a little bit because I'm gonna make a large portion of it like video tutorials. But I have the PowerPoint almost finished. I have every bit of text for the PowerPoint finished. I'm literally gonna hire some lady in the Philippines or like Asia for like $5 an hour to like make the PowerPoint for me with all the pictures and stuff. And then I'll add like the example photos and stuff like that myself, but just like the, you know, the little background things that make you feel like you're in a trading tutorial. So it's coming along. I forgot I actually got some work done on it. Oh man, it's been a long week. Your Fed video from this morning was great. I made so many mistakes in that video when I first posted it that I had to like take it down, redo it, take it down and redo it. It was never listed until it was done, but yeah, it was crazy this morning. But that's what's crazy. You know, I've been doing more editing and things like that, as you guys know. But it turns out that my GPU isn't so bad right now. My CPU has been like getting overclocked constantly. So like I'm not even using any applications, but it's clocked to the max and I don't know why. Right now my GPU is clocked high, and that's basically because I am streaming to you guys with 4K Ultra HD. So if you guys do want to watch me in 4K, all you guys have to do is go over here to this little gear and then just hit auto or 2160 4K, and you guys get to watch me in 4K. I pay the extra internet so you guys can see this in a very crisp and clean way. Most of the YouTubers won't pay for it because it is kind of expensive, but 4K is so nice. It's just so nice. And I also posted that video on X as well. And funny enough, X got me some views as well. Like, let me see. Yeah, right. So there's the video. You know, good old Jerome Powell. I'm practicing my editing. I'm almost giving up on an editor. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna be fine with it. There are editors out there, but they just haven't been consistent, and that consistency's been killing me. And I don't really want to pay anybody a good amount of money, so that's me being a little bit more frugal, maybe. But yeah, so 1,300 views on Twitter X. I think those are like 1,300 engagements though, so I don't think they're actual views. People like actually like decided to click on it, make it full screen, and kind of watch it. But again, 19 likes, I'll take it, you know. Can I? Yeah, big time. We actually just talked about. We just talked about big time. Yeah, let's go over here very fast. Actually, let's look at it here so I can actually show you the MACD and all that good stuff here. Because big time is something I've owned for a while. So here's big time on the weekly chart. You see how it got weekly bullish MACD right back over here, and then you go boom, boom, boom. Aha! Yeah, that's what we want to see there. The daily chart still bullish right now, still doing fantastic. The only issue I really have with it at this point, to be frank, is that it's already ran up so much. I don't know how much further we can really go up before it really has to take like a 20, 30, 40% drop back down for everybody to sell off the positions and new people can kind of come back and buy in. Because you know that volatility is going to be there for a while. But I added a Fibonacci on here a while ago. And you know, so far a lot of these levels of resistance, they haven't really been like working as much because we've just kind of like plowing through. We managed to hold here for just a couple days, blast off. You go over here to the 1 hour chart. Not even a little bit of a stop until that 15-minute chart, just a teeny bit, sure, but like, come on now. What, 5, 10, that's it. And all of a sudden we're back up. Now on the daily chart here, we haven't closed above it just yet, but the next stop for this is around like 0.28 cents. So basically almost 29 cents here. And that kind of matches up with this little bit of a gap way up here. For me, pull this back up to the, no, we don't really have as much of a long-term chart to look at here. Because the momentum is all still very strong. you know, I'm looking at more short-term time frame stuff. So again, I was trying to see if this might work a little bit more instead of going back down here, and that kind of did a little bit. So you see a little bit of resistance, a little bit of resistance, not much there, but some there, some there. There's another little bit of level of resistance here, a little bit of extra resistance here at 0.1836, so a little bit above 18 cents. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now if I'm looking to short, to be honest. And that does kind of mix up a little bit over here, but again, you know, it could easily pop above that later on this week. Am I taking that gamble with the Fed rate cut coming tomorrow? Not really, but day trading this? Yeah. Swing trading this? Oh no, I missed out on that one completely. Actually, go over here to the 4-hour chart. You can see how each time we actually came back up a little bit before diving back down. It was actually a pretty good level of support back here. Right now, day trade this to the moon. You got a little bit left. These pullbacks haven't been extreme, but they've been not extreme for a meme coin. This pullback over here was at 11%. Not bad. This pullback over here was about 19%. Not bad. So when you have those pullbacks, it's kind of when I've been looking to buy, but keep a track of that momentum on the daily chart. Right now, it's going to be going skyrocketing, but once you start to see some weakness here for maybe 1 or 2 days in a row, I'd say 2 days to 3 days in a row, that's when you got to be a little bit more fearful. Like, let's back up for a second. Let's just get rid of all this. Let's go over here to the weekly chart. And Bitcoin, of course, is still bearish. Ethereum is still bearish. Solana is still bearish. Doge still bearish. WIF is bearish. Bonk is bearish. Miro, can't even tell. Baby Doge is something interesting because the numbers are so small that MACD really can't figure out what the fuck is going on. Book of Meme, Shiba Inu is bearish. Pepe is bearish. Floki's bearish. Lady's bearish. ADA. Oh, ADA could pop back up here pretty soon, actually. Ooh, keep a watch out for ADA. That momentum could change any day now. Any week now, excuse me. AMP bearish. Ape token is bullish right now. Ape token just got bullish last week. Let's follow this. Let's think about this for a second. So if we go over here to Ape token, it's up 5% today. A lot of volatility coming tomorrow. You can see how the momentum is shifting. Why don't we do a... Why isn't it? There you go. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. No. Really? Okay, let's do like $100 position. It's technically $97. Let's do a $97 long on this with 20x leverage. That's a pretty high leverage for a token like this. It was at $2.69. Now it's at 76 cents. Let's just take a long here and let's do this as a swing trade. I would say the stop loss for this will be around 56 cents. And if that does occur, 0.56, I will lose about $500 basically. Why is it doing that? There you go. And then for the price target here, if we're going to be holding for a few weeks, let's aim for $1.10. Let's make it simple, $1.10. And if we make it, it'll be $800 profit minus fees. That way the ratio is kind of a 2-to-1 ratio. We're kind of following momentum here. This is going to be something more of a swing trade, so fees will eat this up a little bit. The funding time for this looks like it's going to be never liquidates. Oh yeah, this is the price target. Margin ratio 0.02. I don't know what the funding rate for this one is. Probably not too bad here. I probably have to go into the settings to look for it, but that's fine. So let's play around with that. This is just kind of a YOLO little thing. We'll keep track of it. Arbitrum, get in there. And you guys know I've been making fun of both Ape Token and Arbitrum. But look at those MACDs. Look at those suckers. Look at them. They're getting really close right now. And I'm salivating a little bit. Looking at some of these things. Now this, we never broke out there. We got close. So maybe we did break out. Actually, can't even tell, but I'm not going to zoom in for this one. Getting really close there for Arbitrum as well. Again, it's still a resistance, but why don't we take another small position here on Arbitrum? Go to Arby's. Actually, let's do this on, do I got Arbitrum on here? I'd rather split up some of these longer trades because these fees could eat me up a little bit more. So let's do a $200 position. This, and let's make it a 10x leverage. So double the money, half the leverage. And for this one, let's just not do a stop loss. No, we can do a stop loss on this one. Let's make it be about 49 cents, maybe. No, we're talking about weeks. Let's do 48. 0.48. So we're going to lose 168 bucks if we break down here. And the target price would be, we're expecting a breakout here. So let's assume 50 cents to 70 cents. No, a little bit less. Let's go 65. Let's 66. I say a little bit less than that because most of the time we don't actually hit the level of resistance. We come just close and it makes some type of lower high. So let's go over to that's 0.66. That'd be about 259% profit, or around $518. Yeah, it's good enough right there. And we'll play this out a little bit. We haven't had a chance to really play around with the weekly tokens to be the weekly MACDs yet on the meme coins, because they really just, or the, I shouldn't say meme coins, altcoins, because they really haven't been bullish, and look how long. And then when they were bullish, the MACD had been, there for so long that, the tokens were so new that we couldn't really take advantage of it. AXS getting there close as well. BNB, XRP been bullish for a while. Maybe that's why it's been holding up so well compared to a lot of other assets. It's had the volatility, but it's still been holding up. Bitcoin Cash, CZ, AGX, Jasmy, Comp, Crow. You're seeing some tokens are just a little bit better on momentum than others. Engine token watching closely, Ethereum Classic. And if you can find some really low market cap tokens, maybe you can get lucky there as well. Gala, there's some stuff. Is anything actually like flipped already though? KDA flipped this week, or it's on the verge of flipping. It has to close in the green in the next 4 days and 21 hours. But KDA is one right there as well. Link, no. Yeah, there's not. I mean, what was that? Which one's this? Luna. Luna is not something I like to trade at all. Mana could do it pretty soon. Sand could do it pretty soon. Spell token, Sushi, right? UFO. Oh, that's a stable coin right there. USDC. Oh, that's USDC market cap. Injective, Pendle, anything else? Fetch. Fetch could do it too here pretty soon. PHA, World Token. There's a lot of stuff that could flip here. Now, I'd like to see Bitcoin, of course, flip too, because if Bitcoin flips, everything flips. But if you go back and kind of look at this from a historical perspective, Bitcoin flipped the last time back over here on October 23rd of 2023. When did Ethereum? October 30th. So a week after Bitcoin, you saw Ethereum actually launch there as well. And Solana, I can't even see what that is. There you go. September. So actually Solana did a little bit earlier. Interesting. So yeah. And that was actually a really good price to be buying in there at the same time. So give it some time. I kind of like that. I like some of those meme coins right now. All right. Lower market cap tokens that have some momentum on the weekly charts. That's what I'm going to call them right now. When I export anything from DaVinci or Premiere, I exit everything running, disconnect my internet, and let it export. That's just me. See, the exporting wasn't the issue. It was just moving shit around and just opening it. A couple weeks ago, it was running perfectly smooth. Like, there was no issues. Now, if you just turn it on, my CPU, like, I was looking at it, maybe it was my GPU. No, it was my CPU. Like, it starts getting clocked. My CPU maxes out. and I'm just like, what the heck's going on? It wasn't the GPU. And I forgot I have all the software on my computer. I got the AMD Ryzen 5700 8 core 32 gigabytes. It should be able to run it's been able to run it a lot, and just recently it's starting to act up a little bit. But I opened up my computer today, I dusted it all out, so I cleaned it a little bit. Hopefully that helps out a little bit more here. Oh, no worries, X-Ray. You just started up a whole nother topic that we kind of flew with, so don't worry about it. It's doing some crazy things. You saw those levels of resistance. Now you got to decide if you want to hop on board after it's already moved a little bit. You got to embrace the FOMO if you get into there, and FOMO is good as long as you don't hold too long. And hey, Adil, if Trump wins, we are going to have a boom bull market, let's be honest. I mean, we had a boom bull market back when Biden was president. I think that this is where my main concern comes with the White House right now. Of course, Trump would be better for crypto. I think that really comes down to the fact that we are going to have a much more pro crypto SEC, and what's going to happen pretty soon as well. They're going to get some regulation done. So I'd really love to see a lot more pro crypto legislation coming through, which is going to be much more beneficial to not just the AI companies out there in crypto, not just the finance side of crypto, but I'm talking about all the stuff that we deal with on a daily basis. Like, I'd love to see Binance be able to come back, KuCoin be able to come back, BitGet. I want to see all these exchanges come back in. I want it to be more competition. I want there to be better products for us on exchanges that aren't going to be, wrecking us, so to speak. Like, I would love to have another earn program coming back onto exchanges, and I'd love to have my not my long-term assets, but some of my medium-term assets where I'm holding them for a cycle. I'd love to have them in a 5% Bitcoin interest. Oh my god, yeah, you know how long these cycles freaking last. It would just be nice to have that little bit of compound interest with Bitcoin. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really hoping for. And at this point in time, I'd say the election is a toss-up. I really don't know who's going to win. At this point in time, I don't even know if Trump is going to survive until election day. I mean, they tried to kill that dude twice. And he got lucky twice. He really got lucky in that first one. Very, 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 very lucky. Well, that was more tea than I thought. 1 second here, guys. Loki wants a treat. Do you want a treat? Yes. All right, good boy. All right, he's having a good day. Good day. And you can actually see Bitcoin putting in some work right now. It's definitely trying to do some stuff. I forget I'm leaning back in my chair, so it makes the vertical stream look so freaking weird. There we are. Did I get some nacho on Cospa? I did not have any nacho. Cospa memes are changing your life. What do you call? Oh, sorry, Loki. I know. I'm sorry. Loki just wants pets, and he's so mad I'm not giving him pets. Anyway, what I've been looking for mostly right now has been some of those Tron tokens. Those Tron tokens have been doing me some good here. Let me go over here very fast. Sun pump. And right now, after I fixed everything on my computer, everything's kind of running smoothly. I'm looking at my CPU right now. The CPU is clocked at 25% load right now. RAM is at 42%. I'm streaming in 4K. I got all this stuff open. I got one tab, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's all working fine right now. A couple days ago, it was not running fine, so I'm hoping I got it fixed up. But you see that fan running at full speed right now? Oh, man. All right, but there you go. Let me go back over here to rankings. Sundog's still there. Tron Bull still there. And, the new Tron Bull really came up fast. Remember, we were talking about it all the way back over here. Invest Zone is dying. It's not coming back, most likely. Sun Wukong is dying. So there's going to be a new group here that comes up pretty soon. I'm going to see what happens there. And Muncat's coming back down a little bit here as well. New tokens over here. And then... let me see. Let me go over here to memes. Top 24%. Let's go to Bobo. Bobo's making some moves. Bobo. That's an Ethereum token. Kate, like a cat with an E, I guess, at the end of it. That one's on Ethereum. SPX 6900. That's on Ethereum as well. So Ethereum tokens still seem to be making some moves. Apu from The Simpsons. Not really from The Simpsons. That one's on Ethereum too. These Ethereum ones still making some good runs. The last one we'll check out here is Turbo. Ethereum too. So a lot of these other people still have a lot more room to go. Good green, very much so. Will we see Bitcoin at 50K by the end of September? A large part of that hinges on tomorrow. There's a good chance if we have a good rate cut tomorrow, we're probably not going to see 50K again. The only way though is, here, let me show you this very fast. Look at the weekly chart. Right now, we've been trying to have something more of a higher low, and this is battling the lower high. So that's basically what we're at right now. All right, now there's another trend line right here, of course. That's kind of where we're stuck right now. But you can see one trend line, lower highs, one right here, higher lows. We're just trying to hold on to this because if we break this, that's where we start going back down into the low 50s. However, we haven't broken down below it yet, and then that opens up this other door here where, oh, let me just get rid of this. The next level of support is going to be around 52, 58. We might come close, but I don't know if we're going to get back to the 50s unless something really, really bad happens here. And again, can something really, really bad happen tomorrow? Yeah, we could see some type of surprise whale attack and stuff, but so far, whenever we've had those really drastic moves, the Wall Street has surprisingly been able to come in and buy up a shit ton of stuff, and Wall Street's been there for us, which just feels weird to say. But yeah, the way the market's moving right now, it's definitely looking like Bitcoin wants to pump up going into the Fed rate cut tomorrow. When the cut actually happens, we'll have a better understanding. But that's because we're either going to have the 25 basis point cut or the 50 basis point cut. And that's just going to be a game changer no matter what happens. I prefer the 50. I think the 50 would cause Bitcoin to go up. Personally, that's my opinion here. There's a lot of different opinions online. And then I think the 25 would make us just kind of go, maybe a little bit of a pump, but it would come back down. And then a no rate cut would cause, of course, Bitcoin to come crashing down here. But of course, that weekly momentum is still bearish until otherwise, which is why I'm still being patient with all this stuff. We opened up a trade with Arbitrum right here, our ape token. It's already up 6%. That's kind of nice to see. And then this one over here with Arbitrum. Oh, did I have two Arbitrums? No, well, sorry, ape is up 7% and Arbitrum is up 1.5%. There's a little bit of a difference there. A and A, they confuse me just a little bit. And then we have Sundog over here. Sundog was down like 250% for me. Let's go to maybe the 4-hour chart. Yeah, see, it was down a lot. Now it's coming back up, and we'll see if it gets me a profit here. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. And there Bitcoin goes. Time for another breakout, perhaps. Let me pop this back over here. There we go. So you do see Bitcoin trying to break out right now. That's a beautiful thing. Need to update you to AM5 chipset. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna buy a new computer. I'm tired of dealing with this type of stuff. The best I've done with this is I've updated my motherboard files, and that seemed to maybe help out a little bit here. I fixed some corrupted files. Apparently my computer had a lot of corrupted files. I don't know how that shit happens, but they were corrupted apparently. Let's see. And hey, DK Wilson, happy to see my man. DGen alts time. Hey, as long as we're making money, I don't care what I have to buy for that. Look at this right here. Miro's at 5%. This thing is still grinding on. Book of Meme is coming up a little bit, flushing down a little bit, or it's trying to come down here a little bit actually. Ape token still moving up. That's why we're profitable here. Ape. Actually, we're not too profitable. We're up like 4%. Ooh, like every percent is basically $1. I love when that works out. All right. And then you're seeing alts try to make moves. Engine's up a little bit. We just talked about that having potential here. Gala still, oh, Gala had a pop. Now it's cooling off. GTC, ICP. Well, ICP is not really moving right now. Sand's up 1%. There's some stuff going on. It's not necessarily crazy, but it's happening. I saw PopCat trending today, actually. I don't know why it was trending, but it was trending on X for a little bit. Maybe it was like a bot thing or whatever, but you did see PopCat trending. It's up 2% right now. Maybe we get a big old pop afterwards. And of course, Mog, we were just talking about this. Daily still fine with the weekly. Still bearish, very, very bearish. I'd love to see a breakout right there. Loki's getting on the sofa. You guys can see him kind of right there. He's looking at us from behind. He's like, hey, you're talking too much. I need to get some sleep. There we go. And then I guess this is why I need that text again. Breakout level. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We're so close. And hey, Cody, yeah, we're close. We haven't broken out yet, but it's very, very close. And hey, Zom, doing good. Thanks for asking. It's been a very, very long year and very, very sideways year with a few exciting moments here or there. Can you click on your system specs there? I can in a second. Hold on. Do we need to deposit money into JumpX to get that getting bonus? No, you don't have to deposit money there. But if you want to get your rebates back, of course, you have to trade and stuff like that. But I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to deposit money. I don't believe you do. And hey, Josh, you're going to be shorting it from 65,000. 65,000 would be a magical place to short. I would love to short there. Now we just have to get up there. You know what? I might even start shorting at 64.5 to be honest. And if I have to double down into it, I'd be happy to. Update to an AM5 is building a new PC, new motherboard, CPU, and RAM. Oh, I see what you're talking about there. Hold on a second here. Can I look at Miro? Yeah, we just checked it out a few seconds ago. It's already still pumping here. That daily chart is still bullish as we talked about, but it's going to run into a little bit of resistance up here back around 0.075. For me though, weekly chart, it's kind of too new of a token, so you can't really play with that. Daily working fine. The 4 hour has been the best thing as far as I'm concerned with this. You can see the 4 hour gave you a buy zone basically right here, what, 9 a.m. Yeah, right here, bought that little dip, and then boom, it kind of went up afterwards. The last few buying signals worked out pretty well. When's the last time it turned green? This one worked out okay, but it also ultimately didn't really do too good of a job here. I guess Bitcoin wasn't bullish then either. And let's go back over here to maybe the 1 hour chart. We have something more of a pullback here we can trade. A little bit of resistance, but I mean, this thing's just kind of plowing through it at this point. There's not really enough there. Yeah, because we're at the lowest lows. We don't really have a place we can go lower. Yeah, we don't have a place we can go lower right now. That's wild. But yeah, it's still doing fine. It's up around 6%. I have a bag of this as well here. Hopefully this turns into a profit here. But yeah, we just broke above 7 cents right over here. So you can see it's still making a move. Wasn't too much resistance up here too. You can see how it kind of popped, got rejected, then it came back up here. That 1 minute chart's giving some hope here. Look at that. You gotta love when you see a chart like that that's just going up and up and up over time. Now, can we see Bitcoin do that? That would be special. Now, why is this looking like we break it? Did we really get it? Did we test it out today? Yeah, we did test out that trend line today. Okay. Bitcoin, don't do this to us. Just get a breakout. That's all we're looking for, guys. Just a breakout. Now, my Reef position is over 300%. Reef is a good one. I traded Reef a lot. It was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Reef was a good play for us. No, it was more than that. Back during the last rally, Reef was a really good play back when I was actually trading on Fairdesk. It was a really, really good play. Now, there was a way for me to see my computer specs and everything when I did the, what was it? No, I forgot the command for specs and stuff like that. But basically, let me see over here. PC, health check, command prompt settings, system, monitor, about, always got an about section, isn't there? System components. Nope. I will never understand how to do the computer stuff about. There we go. This computer is an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X core processor. Installed RAM is 32 gigabytes. 64-bit operating system. And that's all it shows me right here. And it's on like a tough motherboard or something like that. So now we'll see. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's getting hit back down a little bit more. You know where I'm happy to help you out, my man. If you guys can, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, though. It helps out the channel a lot. YouTube is not fond of my channel whatsoever. I think it's because a long time ago, my channel got terminated because they said I was scamming people. But basically all I did was I was showing, you guys know how there's those 24/7 Elon Musk scam streams. I did a stream talking about how you guys shouldn't, you know, watch those, but because I was streaming it through my stream, I got deleted off of YouTube. I don't think the algorithms ever treated me fairly since then. I think I can get back in its good graces, but I got to put out some type of really banger type of content where it gets a lot of subscribers, and I'm working on that now. But yeah, it's been kind of weird ever since then. LTD. See, LTD is on Gate.io. It looks like that's it. That liquidity looks horrible, but it must be a newer token. There's not much technical analysis I can do this. It's so new that basically what you have to do is you just have to buy into this token, believing in the white paper and what the people are talking about, and then you're just going to have to really chill here and wait for it to make a move downwards or upwards. But this is going to be a straight gamble. Let me go over here and just see what LTD. Living the Dream. I mean, there's a few of them right here. Living the Dream, live trade token. I'm assuming it's this one here. We go over to markets to make sure it's on Gate.io. Right there, Gate.io. Oh, it's on Weeks as well. Wow, look at that. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's not even on Perpetual, so this is just spot. So you can buy it on Weeks, MEXC. So if you want to buy it in the USA, you can go buy it on Weeks. Weeks is great for that. But Gate.io, look at that, yeah. And the market cap is 913,000. That is going to be such a risky position. You gotta be like confident that thing is gonna move. Let's see right here. Living the dream. About an advertising platform. Platform for the future. Yeah. You got to be real careful here. Real careful with a 900,000. They got a website though, which is kind of nice, which means they've taken the time to invest. So they may have buying bots coming up here pretty soon and some other stuff. The founder's face is hidden, which is never a good sign. You got these other people in here as well. Maybe they'll do something. Looks like only one person, maybe two, actually has like photos, real photos of them in here. But yeah, so that's you know, just careful with that. As far as X is concerned, 24,000 followers. They're tweeting enough. They're getting some likes and stuff. They're on Weeks right now, so you know, you can get it for free on Weeks. Weeks Zone. I hate pop-ups. We launch. It might have already ended. But they got Y right now. A Y token just got launched here as well. Buy at least 1,000, hold for 2 days. Yeah, so they got this one. This is how I got some of that, Ethereum one. I'd rather just get it for free and not have to worry about it. So basically what you guys have to do is you guys have to sign up and get a Weeks account. My link's down below. And then what you end up doing is you basically just like lock in a Weeks for like 2 days. And then you get free tokens for it. So it's nice. But again, instead of me having to go swap and buy those tokens, I literally just like being able to get them for free. All right, there you go. Bitcoin's getting knocked back down now. Ugh, pain in the ass. I've seen those live Elon scammer streams recently. Shame YouTube can't shut them down. There's so many of them. And the shame with them really is basically what they do is they just send out a phishing email to another channel, right? That person clicks on a link and they lose their Gmail account, and then they hijack their whatever YouTube channel they have and then just basically put on a fake stream on it. So if you look at their videos sometimes, what you're gonna see is if you go to the scam stream, not always, but sometimes, and then from there you end up going to like their video page, you might see random videos from the former owner of the channel, and then the guy, you know, could just been some normal dude. It doesn't matter. He lost his channel. I mean, YouTube can't even get over the bots, right? I mean, the bots on my channel are crazy. I delete about 50 to 100 bots a day, and that's just like 100 times of hitting hide user, hide user, hide user. They can't ever do again, because they typically like will ladder in like on a post. Like one person says, "Hey, I have a question," then like some people say answer and they say, "Oh yeah, you should check out Miss Gloria. She's amazing." Yada yada. You know, because they do that, it's like deleting like 500 to 1,000, because some videos have like 200 comments underneath that one comment. It's insane. So yeah, I spend not a large part of my day because I don't have enough time for it, but I spend a little bit of my day just taking down messages. It's crazy. And hey Nick, good morning from Greece, happy to see you. And hey MMS, happy to see you. Let's just hope that Bitcoin can make a move now. That's all we're looking for. Because if Bitcoin starts getting rejected, everything starts getting rejected. We have a long right now, so I hope those longs can make us some money. There's me. Oh, I forgot. Now, this is a My Father hat. It's basically like a cigar company hat. But when I wear it, I think it makes me look like a Make America Great Again hat. I forgot people get very wary of the red hats nowadays. Let's see. Futures. You know what? I had a trade open when I was starting off today. Ape's still positive just by 7%. Yeah, Blast. Blast is what we had. I wonder if I sold Blast too early. Blast. I actually can't find it. Oh, maybe I did sell it too early. Did I can't tell what time frame I was looking at when we were. How long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. So if we're at 21, basically, we're going back to 20 and then 1930. Oh, I sold it around here, or I bought it around here, which means I sold it around here. Okay, I did sell too early. Shit. Damn it. Oh well. I that's what I do. But you know what? A scalp is a scalp. I got to keep my mind on that. Let's see. As I do more day trading and stuff for you guys, I'm just like, ugh. I want to make sure it locks into a profit, because when it doesn't, like if I go back to my order history here, so there's $169 profit, but like right below that, I lost a 93 bucks. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure it's still good overall. But you know what? From here to no, when did I open that trade actually? Order history. So I opened the order at 1854. Let's make a little star or something. Now, where's my arrow? $18.54. So I bought it basically at the top of this, and then I sold it $19.41. Right here. That's not bad if you think about it. I probably should have just let it kept on running, but I was like, the stream just started. Might as well start it off with a banger of making some profit. but I mean $169 for about 2.5%. Gotta love when those moments happen. That's why I use leverage. Are we going to be going more up? Right now, Bitcoin's facing some resistance, but because the momentum has still been pretty strong, all we're basically waiting for is a large candle like this to really surge us up. That's kind of the gist right now. If I was going just purely off of technicals, I'd actually be pretty bearish right now, just because we're still having so many issues of closing over this on the daily chart. But again, you know, momentum on the daily is still fine. I'd be looking for something more of a 20-hour long. It's just some of these shorter time frames here. We're just having too many issues. Every time we get close, we get kind of knocked back down. And I think maybe we're just waiting for the FOMC cut to happen tomorrow or something, but we should be able to break out of that beforehand. But again, in order to do that, we're going to have to look for something more of a really big pop to come, like we had back over here. It's not going to look organic or like everything else. It's just going to be brute force breaking through levels of resistance. And you know what? I'm honored that we're actually at that point where whales can come in here and start to dictate stuff again. If you guys hadn't noticed, the whales that had been dictating stuff recently, they've been all bearish whales. They've all been trying to push Bitcoin down. Now we got some whales on our side again. They're probably the same exact whales, but they're trying to push Bitcoin back up. You're seeing CNBC talk about Bitcoin a little bit more since we're back above 60,000 here. Actually, I don't know how much CNBC's been even talking about Bitcoin besides what I see on the YouTube channel. Let's see. Fed. 23andMe CEO and I can't pronounce that. Surprised and disappointed by board resignations. Read the memo. Oh, she must be running that company into the ground if they're resigning. I'll have to read that later on. Business, economy, no. Markets, cryptocurrencies. There we go. No, I just want crypto news. Why do they do that? Do they say it as like, do they make it as crypto world or something? Tech, cybersecurity, investing, business. There's no drop down. There you go. Why don't they have crypto world? Okay, I'll just search for them. There we go. Trump backed, yes. Is anything else? Bitcoin climbs to above $60,000 ahead of the Fed rate decision. Excuse me. I'll go over here to CoinDesk and see if there's anything going on here. Not really. I mean, Bitcoin gains 5% to 61K ahead of Fed, but order book suggests rally could be capped. I mean, of course the rally is going to be capped. You see how much resistance? Again, the weekly chart is not on our side, but it could be in the next few weeks. You'll be fine staying your long. Oh yeah, I'll be there for a while. Let's see. Oh, did the music get really loud or something? Let me see. There, move it a little bit more. How many sticks of RAM do you have installed in the motherboard? I think it's 2 sticks of RAM. I'm not entirely sure. You know, those little long things like that. There's 2 of them. They're all light up and stuff. They're all colorful. I never understood why stuff needs to be so colorful on computers, but I don't mind it. I haven't seen the massive flash crash candle like we had seen in the past years. No, we haven't had one of those in a minute. I mean, what's been really driving a lot of fear this cycle, which has made some large candles, but not nothing like the FTX or like something really seismic like an exchange going down, is we've been having fears of large amounts of Bitcoin being sold off in a very transparent way. Think of Germany selling off their Bitcoin, you know, or think about Mt. Gox and what's going on over there, how the United States may sell off its Bitcoin. Those have been some of the things that have been driving a lot of fear. As long as that money isn't moved around too much, we typically are doing fine. We've had a lot of good news. There's been a lot of crazy events this year. We saw that both Trump and Kamala Harris have been more crypto friendly than they have in the past. RFK really got in at the beginning, you know, as far as this cycle trying to get crypto votes. And then you saw Trump come in, and then you saw Kamala. She's trying to get in now, but she's not really doing a very good job because she doesn't have the ability to like go out and talk. I don't know if ability is the right word. She doesn't want to go out there and talk to the crypto voters And so they made a page called, I think it's Crypto for Harris. I think that's what, remember we listened to it before and it wasn't good. I gave it a chance though. Is it like the number 4, Harris? Let's see. Yeah, Crypto for Harris. It only has 3,200 followers. They have not done a good job of growing this at all. They say grassroots networking, but no. In order to do grassroots networking, you got to basically go and find influencers and then like have them shill this basically. And I'm not shilling this to you guys because I basically said it was trash last time we talked about it. But the last time they posted was September 13th. This week kicks off Crypto for Harris multi-city fundraising roadshow. Throughout the remainder of September, we will be hosting more than 8 fundraisers for the Kamala HQ campaign. Register on the Luma links below for your local city. Philadelphia, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, Southern California, and then, fuck Seattle. There's not much of a crypto scene in Seattle. I completely understand. But you guys get it, right? So they're trying to do some stuff. It's just that I'm not giving any money to them. I'm not giving any money to them. This has nothing to do with crypto. Let's see, Maxine Water shared a surprising shift in her crypto stance. Oh, interesting. Maybe she's more friendly. No surprise, but we're cool. Let's go. Nothing to do with crypto. So yeah, we're not seeing much crypto talk in here. That's fine. That's fine. But I'd like to see some more crypto talk happening if you want a crypto vote. You know what I mean? Bitcoin overbought in the daily? Not so much. I mean, look at right here. Let me pull up some of this stuff so you guys can see it. All right, RSI is still sitting around like the 50s. That's not bad at all. The low 50s here, not even the high 50s. It's still doing okay. Stochastic's getting pretty high up here, but what is it at right now? Like 67? Maybe get close to the 70s pretty soon. But yeah, we're not really seeing anything too overbought here. It's actually been pretty nice, mostly because Bitcoin hasn't been doing much except for going down. And when you think about what's been happening right now, we're at the same price we were back in August 29th, the same price we were basically back over here August 14th, the same price we were back over here August 4th, the same price we were back over here July 14th, the same price we were at June 24th, the same price we were over here on May 1st, the same price that we were back over here February 28th. I mean, like, we've been here a lot. What's the matter with you? Did you want a treat or something? There you go. You can have a treat. There you go. He gets little mini treats now because he's been eating too many. There we go. Should I trade my arrow? It depends on what you mean by trade arrow, because I don't know what that means. But if you want to buy and sell or day trade it, as long as you know what you're doing, nobody's going to stop you there. It could be a lot of fun. Do I think a 50 basis point cut is good? A lot of people are saying that this could imply that we are ready for a recession. Economy is worse than we think. For me, I think it's good, because if we have a lot of economic data in front of us and it says the economy is slowing. We're not in a recession yet, or we're kind of like teetering over to it, right? I'd rather get ahead of it. I don't want to cut because we're going into a recession. I want to cut so we don't go into a recession. And if the market buckles for a little bit because of that, I'm totally fine with that. I'm okay if Bitcoin crashes back down to 55,000, to 50,000, even to 45,000, as long as it means we're not going back to $30,000 in a crazy recession. I'm okay with all of that right now. Now I think it's going to go down that low. No, but you guys get my point. Look, I'm going to roll this chair back, and if you're by it, you're going to get your feet rolled over. Oof. Okay, there we go. I showed this chart to you guys earlier. Let me just do this for you very fast. This is a Bitcoin monthly chart. Let's go weekly chart. Sorry, weekly chart. These were the three. Loki move. Okay, I'm gonna toss. You know how to get on my nerves right now. There you go. There you go. I don't like hearing him yelp if I roll over his leg. So these are the last 3 rate cuts we had back in 2019. This is when the economy was doing fine, right? It was slowing, but we weren't in a COVID We weren't dealing with COVID. We didn't have a dot-com bubble, and we didn't have a financial crisis, right? So we were just kind of like, oh, the economy is naturally slowing down a little bit because they were raising rates. The first couple weeks after the first rate hike, we went up. The second rate cut, we went down. The third rate cut, we went down a little bit here as well, and then we started to go up. Now this is COVID, so I'm trying to like imagine it didn't happen because that kind of just fucks up the charts a little bit, and then we kept on going higher, right? That's what happened last time we had natural rate cuts during an okay economy, right there, right? Now at this point in time, Bitcoin's already been doing this for a while. We flagged, we broke out, and then COVID. You take out COVID, I mean, it was a pretty good move, wasn't it? And we already had made our move up here. We were just consolidating for a while. Sure, it took a little bit of time, but we broke out. We were fine. I'm okay if Bitcoin keeps consolidating the way we are right now. All right, well, rough sketch. I'm okay if we do this, we come up for a little bit, get rejected, come back down. I'm okay with that. But as long as we have the rate cuts, I know we're going to have that big breakout that takes us to those seismic levels. It's just that, like right now, you hear that being talked about. You see that all over Fox Business, CNBC, and stuff like that. But I think the market needs it. I mean, for heaven's sakes, the government lied about 800,000 jobs this year. They just poof, they never existed. And that freaks me out. That's why when I go over to I think it's CMC or CME, excuse me. This is why, there it is. That's why 65% of the CME people think that we're looking at a 50 basis point cut. At the beginning of this month, it was at 25%. We've moved from 25% to 65%. People can see the data is a little bit different. And you guys have to remember, the Fed has been in this kind of phase in their life where they're saying, we are very data dependent. We have to trust the data. We have to wait for the data to show this before we can do this. Well, what did that lead them to last time? This is transitory. This is transitory. We're going to be in a transitory recession. A transitory recession. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think we need to cut 50 personally. I think it's a good thing to happen. Will the market agree with me? And if we have a 50, will the market go up? You know, your guess is as good as mine. I believe we would, but that's because the economy is still fine. The underlying fundamentals of the economy are still fine. We're still good. And that's why you see so many people saying, hey, we should only have a 25 basis point cut, because they're saying the economy is so strong. The economy is so strong. You know, as I look at it, and let me go over here to, not Fred Meyer, Fed interest. No, that's not what I'm looking for. There you go. The way I see it, we're at 2.5% inflation. If we tick up to 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, and we're still have a good economy, I'm fine with that for now, because again, the market's still going to have to work itself out. We're still slowing. We need to fix it before we go into that deeper recession. I don't know what the last GDP numbers were though. Full year GDP growth, still fine over here since 2020. I need annual growth rates over here, still fine. When's the last time we had those dips though? Back to being COVID. No, that's not it. Annual growth. GDP. Which one was it? There we go. It's this one. Yeah. We're at 3% right now growth. That's great. The last time we had a recession was back in 2022. We all saw what happened in 2022 with the recession. This was a United States recession over here. Woo! On top of a bear market, on top of all the bad stuff, on top of interest rate hikes and all that type of stuff. You go over here to the SPY. 2022, baby. You know what I mean? Like, that was all a recession. That was a recession for us. Now, the media lied about it because they wanted to they didn't want Trump to be in office because they wanted the economy to seem like it was in a good shape, you know. I would say, well, it didn't really work, but there was no red wave, but the Republicans still won. But that was post January 6th to February was like crazy, right? Everybody was like, oh, what's going to happen? We're going to have a second civil war and shit. Getting out of the Trump stuff or the politics stuff for a second. Again, you know, we're not even there, you know. I think what people maybe has people concerned, we went from 7% growth to 2 within a quarter, right? That was pretty darn drastic. That could definitely happen here, right? But again, we're fine. We're still good. We could take a 50 basis point cut, and people would still know that the economy is strong. So that's kind of the way I feel about it right now. Will baby Dogecoin rise more? Probably, just because it's all in the, you know, the crypto news here, because it's listed on Binance. You're going to see a lot more volatility. You are FOMOing into it at this point in time, so be careful. You're not going to be holding it for days and days and days. You're just going to be holding onto it for a short amount of time there. You feel like Trump will be more relaxed with crypto? A lot of people have been around our crypto users. Or he's been around. Yeah, I mean, we heard that announcement coming out about world liberty coming out, you know, coming out soon perhaps. Yeah, Trump is definitely more pro crypto, and I think he understands a little bit more, and his advising team, yeah, you're right. The people he hangs around, they understand more about cryptocurrency than I think Kamala's team here. Harris has Gensler in the background, a no-go period. Well, yeah, that's why people typically don't like Harris, and that's why Harris typically doesn't go in front of crypto voters to talk to them. Remember, she could have went to Bitcoin Nashville. Remember, I was there. I was ready to cover her, Trump, everybody. She did not want to go. She was about to be booed, you know. You think the market makers would give a cue to the basis point outcome early in the morning? I mean, perhaps, but right now everybody's already expecting a 50 basis point cut. That's kind of what the market is saying right now. They think it's going to be 65% chance. Is that the best odds you're going to get? You know, we'll see, but 65 is pretty strong. If you're going after what Jerome Powell himself says, I think he would prefer 25. But remember, it's like him. There's like some background people that vote on everything. I think there's more people opposed, like that are pro 50 than 25. If he comes out with the 25, I'll be very disappointed, but perhaps we still see Bitcoins thrive, right? I'm no genie. I don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, but I'd be very disappointed in him, because to me it shows that we have a greater chance of going into recession in 2025. Right, so that's kind of my fear, but we'll see what happens. Remember, the guy is very smart. He's talented. He knows what he's doing for the most part, but he just has these bad moments on his resume now. Transitory. Remember, he came out with transitory. He came out in force and said, hey, there's no way this is going to be sticky. This is just short-term inflation. And what happened? What happened? You would install 2 more 6 that will speed up your CPU on the speed of running applications. You can go up to 128K gigabytes of RAM. Oh, maybe I'll just do that then. I don't think they're probably too expensive there either. I mean, not that it's really gonna matter, but still, probably have to figure out the exact ones I have. I'll probably take it over to Best Buy and say, hey, I want 2 more of these. Put them in for me. I got that like the squad support. I never really use it for my computer too much unless I want my thermal paste and stuff redone, because I don't want to do that shit. Got a bunch of Aerodome. Should I keep it or get into something else? That's up to you. If it's not meeting your expectations, you can definitely sell it, or you can sell half of it and move it over to different things. And hey, Arab Money, happy to see my man. What's Bitcoin going to do if we get a 50%? I would assume it's going to have a nice little pop here. That's what I'm hoping for, a nice little pop. We're at resistance. The daily momentum is still on our side. The weekly momentum is kind of weak right now, but I think because of the big news and the momentum that we're looking for here, I think you would see Wall Street really go heavy into a lot of different assets here. Because Wall Street's going to have to start moving money around a little bit. There's a lot of money in banks. As the rates come down, banks are not going to be as profitable here, so you're going to want to move that money out. And instead of investing in big tech, you're still going to have some money there, of course, but I might be looking for more middle cap stuff. So maybe things around the $1 to $5 billion mark, just not in the really crazy high market caps. I already have assets in there. I don't think I need to add more. I just kind of let them sit for a while. I want to see some of those assets that have lower market caps. You see those weekly moving averages trending up and stuff. That's the type of stuff I'd be looking for in this lower rate environment, or this environment when we're lowering rates. And hey, Mr. T, happy to see you, my man. Hey, Lux, what does that mean for us normal plebs? Basically, it's going to be a lot easier to get loans, so you're not going to be paying as much money. Houses are going to be a little bit cheaper as far as the loan front there, so like your monthly payments aren't going to be as much, basically. The issue with that is that because more people will be able to afford houses, because the average monthly cost of them is going to be going down, people may be willing to buy more expensive houses. So you may see the price of houses start to go back up a little bit more. And because there's going to be more people willing to give out money on loans and stuff, you'll see more people exchanging money, basically. So more people going out to shop, credit card bills, the interest will be a little bit cheaper. You feel more confident, Right now, if you have a lot of debt on your credit card, I mean, that must be freaking just like, that must just be chewing up. And it'll also make it cheaper for America to pay back its debt, if we ever did pay back our debt. But those are some of the things right there. And hey, Walter, have a good night, my man. And what happens if it's 25? If it's 25, we still might have something more of a pop, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as dramatic. And I think you're going to see a lot of disappointment because the market right now expects a 50 basis point cut, or at least 65 of the market does. Only 35 expect a 25 basis point cut. So I think the market will be a little bit surprised, and that may lead to Bitcoin getting, maybe not Bitcoin as much because Bitcoin's kind of going volatile here, but you may see the stock market come back down a little bit here. The initial pop should be pretty bullish, I would say, no matter if we get 25 to 50. I think what's going to change things very quickly is what happens when we see the dot plot. So how many rate cuts they want to do in the future. And then, I think it's, so he comes out my time at 11 o'clock. I think it's 2 o'clock Eastern time. At 2:30, after the announcement's given, right, they say what the rate is going to be. He's going to come out, give a statement, and then he's going to do his press conference where he answers questions. I think that is going to have a huge, it's going to dictate the tone of how we all kind of absorb whether or not we're going to have, more rate cuts coming down the line, or is he thinking that bad things are ahead and that type of stuff. So that's kind of what's going on here. He's going to be in a tough situation no matter what he does tomorrow. If he only does 25 basis points tomorrow, all the press conferences are going to be so you think the economy is very, very strong and that we're not going to go into recession. So you felt like 25 is fair. If he does 50, then he's basically saying, oh, the economy is not as strong as you guys thought. Oh, that. So he's kind of in a no-win situation. But I would personally feel like if you're in a no-win situation, because he's going to get attacked by the politicians as well. I think Elizabeth Warren and a bunch of Democrats just signed a big old bill saying, hey, cut by 75 basis points. Not 25, not 50, but 75. So he's kind of in a no-win situation. The best thing you could do is do something that's practical. And I think right now practical is 50 basis point cut, because he has a history of being late to the party, of being late to understand. Like the data that he sees is lagging so much that by the time he sees the data he wants, it's already been too late. So I'm hoping he doesn't fall for that trap again. They showed a picture of it today on CNBC, and I think right now out of the 6 of them, 2 want 25 basis points, 3 want 50, and then Jerome Powell is a wild card. But since he's kind of he's the head, if there's a tie, if he's 25 and a tie, he decides it's 25. If he decides it's 50, then it's it's 4 against 2. Yeah, no worries, DJ Air Money. It'll just be volatile, so just be careful. The easiest thing you could do is just have a spot token and just kind of watch the party. That's what I'm basically doing. I'll be doing a little bit of leverage trading in the morning, but it's gonna be so volatile. You gotta be real careful about how much you want to be trading there. Best Buy will not have the RAM. It's old tech now. Do some reading. Looks like RAM at 3236 C14 was a sweet spot per Reddit. Oh, okay. I'll look at it. I know I can go over to the motherboard website, Tough, or I can go to other places, and you could say what type of motherboard you got, and I'm sure I can see. It'll give me some hints on what type of RAM to buy. And if not, they can always try to order it for me online, which should be fine. One of the market makers will give a clue as the basis point number with the prices tomorrow morning. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. If you're going with what CNBC and Fox Business are kind of telling you, I think you'd be right, where if the markets are lower, they're expecting a 50 basis point cut, where if the markets are higher, maybe they're expecting something more of a 25 basis point cut. You know, it's just gonna be difficult, because no matter what, we're gonna have a cut. It's just by how much now, and that's kind of like playing third dimensional chess, so to speak. So give it some time. What's my thoughts on the XRP if the SC doesn't appeal? XRP is still going to do great, but you're really just waiting for Bitcoin to take off. XRP's been going sideways. I don't even dollar cost average it anymore. I have enough. I'm just waiting. I would expect it, if during the announcement, it would go up quite a bit. During the announcement, it would go up. But anyway, guys, I have to end the stream. Loki's over here winding up a storm, so I think he really has to use the bathroom or something, so I don't want him to go to the bathroom here. So I'm going to end the stream. And plus, yeah, it's like go to bed early so I can actually wake up early, get everything set up for us, and have a nice stream tomorrow. We're going to be live starting off about we're going to be going live at 9:30 in the morning my time, which is basically 2.5 hours before the Fed goes, and then after that we're just going to be vibing the entire time, waiting, talking about technical analysis, seeing what Bitcoin's doing. You can already see that Bitcoin's trying to break out. Then afterwards, we'll see exactly what happens at the moment of the decision, and we're going to see if it's 25, 50, and what happens next. So you already know it. It's just going to be, it's going to be volatile. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will have a good day, and thanks for the ride. I'll take a look at it right there with the different pins and whatnot. G-Skill, Trident, Z.